Dear students, today we are going to do lesson number 12, that is tenses. Now tenses means the time that the action has taken place. Tenses are used to show when an action takes place. And in the English language, there are three main tenses: the present tense, the past tense, and the future tense. The present tense is about the action that is taking place in the current time, or you can say now. The past, it refers to the action that has taken place in the earlier time. And the future tense, it refers to the action that will be done or performed later. So these are the three main tenses in the English language. Examples. The examples that are given in your textbook, let's see those. I am happy. It means the time period is about the present time. I am happy. It's talking about the present time. The speaker speaks in the present time. I am happy. We are happy. This is also about the present time. But then what is the difference here? In the first sentence, I am happy, it is singular, I, just one person. And the second example, we are happy, it is in the plural form. And therefore, the verb, it is also plural, that is are. Number C, we were happy. Now this sentence, we were happy, it denotes the past time. Okay, we were happy. So the verb were, it is used to show the action that has been taken place in the past time. We will be happy. This is we will be happy. We are still about to be happy. So it denotes the action that will be taking place in the future time. Children are in the ground. Are. It's in the present time. Children are. Children were in the ground, it denotes the past time. And children will be in the ground, it denotes the future time. So these words which are highlighted here, am, are, were, will, are, were, will. In all these sentences, these highlighted words, these are the different verbs which tell us about the actions that has taken place, whether in the past or the present or in the future. Now we'll learn about the be forms of verb, use of be. Now, why do we use this be verb? Be verb is used to express the state of being of a subject. Okay, it tells us about the state of the subject. The different forms of be verbs are as follows: is, are, am, was, were, will be, and shall be. The above sentences, the examples that we just discussed, we have seen all the different forms of be verbs in each of the sentences. Now let's see for what purposes are these be forms of verbs used. Be can also be used as the main verb. Example, he is intelligent. So in this sentence, which word is the be form of verb? The answer is. He is intelligent. They are naughty boys. So is and are, these are the be forms of verbs. Then be can also be used for making other verb forms. He is going to the market. She is reading a novel. So we have added the be forms of verb with some other verb. The next one, to make negative sentences, we add not after various forms of the verb be. Now, if I say he is intelligent and then I want to make this sentence a negative one. So, what do I have to use? I have to use the word not. So, where am I going to put the word not? I have to insert the word not after the be form of verb, that is in this particular sentence. So, he is not intelligent. So, when we say not, it is understood it's a negative sentence. Then, one example you see number B, he will not be in the market. So, will be is another be form of verb. So, here, where do we have to insert the word not to make the sentence negative? In between will and be. So, he will not be in the market. Now, the next one, to make interrogative sentences, that is questions. What do we have to use? We have to use the be forms of verbs at the beginning of the sentence. Were they late? Will they be late? Will they not be late? Is the flight delayed? Are the artists ready? Were the books distributed? So these verbs were, will be, is, are, were, these are all the be forms of verbs which are used at the beginning of the sentence to make interrogative sentences. The next is a chart here, the next page on 63, the usages of the different forms of be. So you can see here, for all the three tenses, present, past and future, it's given here. I, the first person I, we are going to use the be verb am. Then with we, you, they and other plural subjects, the verb are is used to make sentences in the present tense. And he, she, it and other singular subjects, the verb is used in the present tense. Similarly, for the past tense and the future tense, for past, I, she, he, it and other singular subject was, and in the plural form we, you, they, we have to use were, and in future I, we have to use will be or shall be, and with you, he, she, it, they and other subjects we have to use will be to make the sentences in the different tenses. Next we'll come to use of have. Same like the be forms of verb, we have another verb form that is have. Now there are some verbs besides action words that shows belonging, possession or state of having something in a sentence. So these verbs are called have verbs, and the different forms of have verbs are has, had, will have or shall have. Now let's see the different usages of have. Have can be used as the main verb. Example, we have many toys. So if I remove the word have from my sentence, we many toys, will the sentence be a meaningful sentence? Not at all. Why? Because we know that a sentence, in order to be a complete one, it has to have a verb. But then here there is no action in this sentence. We many toys. So the word have is used here, which is used as the main verb in the sentence to show the possession, what the speaker possesses. We have many toys. Okay. The verb have is used to indicate two things. First of all, the possession. We have many toys, possession. He has a new novel, possession, what belongs to the speaker. And then it is used to express an experience or an action. Okay. Example, they have climbed the hill. Have and climbed. So here the have form is used together with the action word climbed, and it expresses the action which has been performed by the speaker. And then about the experience, we have enjoyed the party. So here also the speaker is speaking about his experience. We have enjoyed the party. So these are the different forms of have and how they are used in sentences. Same like be, on the next page, page number 64, we have another chart of the verb have. You can see present, past and future. I, we, you, they and other plural subjects. In the present tense we have to use have, and he, she, it and other singular subjects we have to use the verb has. Similarly, with the past tense, with all subjects we have to use had. In the past tense, had is used. And in the future, I, we, shall have, will have, and you, she, he, it, they and other subjects we have to use will have. So this is the rule which we need to follow when we use the different forms of have in a sentence. Exercise number B, fill in the blanks with appropriate forms of be or have given in the brackets. Now, in negative sentence, we include not after has, have and had, and also we write not between will and have or between shall and have. So he has not gone out. If I say he has gone out and I want to make this sentence a negative, I have to use the word not. And where will I have to insert? After the verb has. He has not gone out. And then Rina will have gone out by the time you return. So this sentence, to make it negative, where will I have to use the word not? Rina will not have. So in between will and have, I have to use the word not. Then also in some sentences, we use don't have, does not have to make the sentence negative. And in interrogative sentence, we write the verb at the beginning of the sentence. Has, have, had, did, does or do at the beginning of the sentence to make the sentence interrogative. Have you packed your bag? So have is placed right at the beginning of the sentence. Exercise C and D, I'll be sending it. I'll send the answers of these exercises and the other exercises also to you. So I hope you all have understood about tenses. It's very easy. The different tenses are the present, past and future. And then we have learned about the be form of verbs and the have form of verbs. So thank you to all of you.